We are shining a spotlight on someone pretty special. CBS News Miami, along with the Florida Lottery, is recognizing local students who stand out from the crowd and shine bright right here in our community. Every month, we are recognizing a young person for his or her outstanding achievements in a segment we call Students Who Shine. This morning, we introduce you to Zhou, a senior at the School for Advanced Studies, Wolfson campus. Here's CBS News Miami anchor Keith Jones.
It's a friction, a vibration, a reverberation that creates these melodic tones, a sound Zhou grew to love from what was once just a hobby.
I like the way the bow makes contact with the strings. I like the timbre that is produced. And a combination of this led me to begin taking violin more seriously.
Years later, his hobby turned to a passion and earned him first chair in the Greater Miami Youth Symphony. As the senior walks these halls of the School for Advanced Studies, Wolfson, his peers look up to him. He's not just smart with a 5.1 GPA and out-of-this-world test scores. He's a natural-born leader.
He's the epitome of a leader when he is doing things not for a pat on the back, but because he knows that it could help others.
An example of that, Ian tutors anyone who can't afford help. He's often seen at the head of the class leading discussions, and he began PSAT Mondays. That's SAT preparation for free. And on any given Monday, he has up to 30 kids soaking up his knowledge.
I am able to visualize these concepts in my head. I'm able to think and sit there for a couple minutes and mull over it until the concepts make themselves clear in my head. And then I don't need to study the concept or do practice problems anymore.
And that's conceptual learning Ian passes along to others.
I opened my perspective to them, and I realized that through experimentation I found certain ways that did help, and that's when I began to enjoy tutoring, because seeing this level of achievement and progress in others gave me another level of fulfillment which I didn't find in myself.
The resume is impressive, and to name a few, he's a College Board AP Scholar of Distinction, a National Merit Finalist, and writes for the North American Economic Herald publication to help the Chinese population.
I wrote them in both English and Chinese, and I would just translate them and essentially edit them myself.
Ian's not just a bookworm. No, he's an athlete. He's a member of the Miami First Serve tennis program and plays USTA-sanctioned matches and tournaments, and also helps coach disadvantaged beginners.
Ian decides that he wants to give back, and the way that he gives back is by building others up.
In 10 years, Ian says he'll own his own artificial intelligence company focused on improving daily life by making it easier. A reason he's a student who shines.
Ian says his role model, one of them, is Robert Feynman. He's a physicist who, and not because he came up with these really complex theories and concepts, but he can take those complex theories and concepts and explain them so that anyone can understand them. In the newsroom, Keith Jones, Miami News Now.
Students Who Shine on CBS News Miami is presented by the Florida Lottery, proud to support education by contributing billions and awarding countless Bright Futures scholarships.